And Main Street is a critical part of that. Main Street is part of our health. Main Street keeps us healthy. And it's been a wonderful organization. It's the voice for historic system. This nonprofit program has won numerous awards promoting the historic district as our town's social, cultural, and economic centers. It educates about the importance of historic preservation. The combined efforts of Main Street's projects, activities, and collaborations help make Fort Townsend a great place to be for residents and visitors. Their efforts embody a sense of community and protect our small town quality of life, which is so important to this and future generations. We thank the citizens and all the city leaders who have had the vision to see the potential of what a Main Street program would have to offer Fort Townsend back in 1985, and we'll be revisiting that in a minute. And we thank all of those who volunteer their time and talents with Fort Townsend Main Street to preserve and protect our historic city, which is a great asset to our community. So that's what Mari wrote for me to say. So, and it's not bad, it's all true, that's great. So that's the applause for Mari, but more applause for Mari, because I want to take the moment here now. You know, every time I get up that Mari sets me up for one of these things, she wants to make sure that I thank the sponsors, I thank the volunteers, and I think that's very important. But I want to thank Main Street, Mari, and Dawn, and Zoe Huffman, and Chris Nelson, and Beverly Malagon, and Amy Smith, and Paul Rice, and Kevin Prime, and David Petro, and Crystal Helbet. All the people who have made this a wonderful place and a wonderful summer, given us a wonderful summer with concerts on the docks. So let's give it up for our Main Street and for our Main Street. Thank you. And now finally, before I segue, so I'm sitting down there having dinner with Brent Shirley and John Kleiss, and I just want to say, standing next to Brent Shirley and standing next to John Kleiss, I just want to say we're actually doing a pretty good job of downsizing government. So with that, I would like to give this podium up to the man responsible for this event, although he couldn't have seen it as long ago as he did it, Mr. Brent Shirley, former mayor. Thank you very much. Oh, you want it this way? Okay.
My oldest son's there. Nice. And it's not big.
Welcome everyone. I'm going to take us back to 40 years
what part of it?
It's a town called Fountain Hills.
Once in a while.
Once in a while.
40 years ago this time of year, you can look down to the end of Water Street.
The reason I like it.
It was amazing. You know, school started, computers left,
It has
and there was
a
a
lot of
telephone
activities, a lot of festivals there too.
Is it mountain?
And
Back
back
there's a
then,
mountain right behind our
when
house.
several of us came
But
to
it's not
town,
huge mountains or...
we talked and got involved in this community as you have, and decided that we needed to try and do something about that. In 1985, Mike Canna from the Printery and Gary Wall from the Wapanga Restaurant, and I went to Olympia to hear about the National Main Street Program. We're very impressed by it. We came back to Fort Townsend after a few beers and decided that we were going to do the Main Street Program. Just for a little information, we were the first Main Street program in the state of Washington. Another, you know, that's just what we do, right? So we came back, and John Kleiss, who was just new to town, and by the way, don't forget the secret, anytime somebody new comes to Fort Townsend, go around. So John was introduced to Fort Townsend by going down Water Street and asking the business owners to help us start the Main Street program with, I think, a $500 first-year contribution. And me being the mayor, I was able to say, and the city will match it. Now this is back in the days when we didn't have all this management stuff in the city. We just did what the hell we wanted to. It was a lot more fun. We managed to raise enough money to then get the Main Street program started. And what I remember most is sitting upstairs in my old Victorian home with a computer that had a screen here and a floppy disk here, trying to put together the first articles of incorporation. But then we hired David Cayley, and the rest, you know, is today. We can see now to the end of Water Street, it's gorgeous. And I have to give credit to Main Street to have been here to give us the guidance to begin to look at the whole community and to make improvements that need to be improved. You can go to businesses like Julie and David McCullough. You can go here to the Silverwater. And the Silverwater used to be down the old ferry dock selling fish and chips. You know, a lot of changes, and a lot of changes because you all and Main Street have made this community a success. Thank you. And now the first director of Main Street, young David Cayley.
Not so young anymore.